Hello there and welcome to Spartan Sports Report. I'm Justin Allegri. It's game week here inside CEF Stadium. The Spartans will kick off the 2017 season at home against the University of South Florida Bulls, the 19th ranked Bulls, in town on Saturday at 4:30. CBS Sports Network will have the coverage. 1590 AM KLIV, the Spartan Radio Network, will have the call for you starting at 4 o'clock. The big question coming out of camp for San Jose State, obviously the quarterback position. We'll talk with Coach Brennan a little bit later on here on Spartan Sports Report about that very topic. But first, let's hear from those quarterbacks. Over the course of fall camp, San Jose State football has played 6 different options at the quarterback position. According to quarterbacks coach Ryan Gunderson, all of them hold something unique.
You know, some have a little more athleticism than others, some are better throwers than others, but there's always opportunities to make a big play. So they've all done that pretty well so far. You know, it's just the little details, and maybe during the course of a practice, you see something here or there, but we've been charting it all and trying to really take detailed notes and statistics on what they've done in practice and get the guy that puts us in the best position to win out there on the field.
One of the options for the Spartans is a returner at quarterback, the sophomore Josh Love, who is the only member of the 6 to have a start under his belt, a trial by fire on the road last year at Iowa State.
I think really getting that experience and going in front of 60,000 fans at Iowa State, it was a blast, you know. But I learned from my mistakes, and I'm planning my game this year, and I feel way more confident than I did, and I'm ready to go.
Another player jockeying for a starting role is redshirt freshman Montel Aaron, who credits his ability to not only throw the ball, but run the ball as a reason for why he's one of the potential starters.
What I try to do differently is I just try to threaten the defense with my feet and my arm. I try to keep the offense at a fast pace, but try to keep everyone on the same page, avoid just like false starts, little penalties like that. Just really try to show the team that I can lead them and just try to make them feel comfortable when I'm back there.
How the Spartans decide on their starting quarterback may come down to just a very few details.
A person that gives us the best chance to win. We want somebody that can make the offense better, but also can step away and give our playmakers an opportunity to make a play. Get out of the offense's way and give them an opportunity to make a play. That's going to be the guy that plays for us.
All right, we'll step aside here on Spartan Sports Report. When we return, Marie Tuite, the athletic director at San Jose State, will join us.
The 2017 Nissan Altima and the new 2017 Nissan Rogue. Cars that could help stop when you don't. Take on the unexpected. Nissan Rogue and Altima with available Intelligent Safety Shield technologies. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the San Jose State Spartans.
Welcome back here on Spartan Sports Report. Look who we found, the Director of Athletics at San Jose State, Marie Tuite. Thanks for joining us, Marie. An exciting week for San Jose State, obviously, with football starting this Saturday. I want to get your thoughts on your first athletic director position here and the first game of football starting up.
Well, I couldn't be more excited. We're ready for Saturday, August 26th. I hope our fan base and our students and our community are ready to come out and support the Spartans. We're excited. 4:30 game time.
Yep, 4:30 game time. And I know, Marie, last time we spoke, you said, hey, I want to get people involved on Twitter asking some questions. And one of the questions was, what kind of new fan experience do we have? And there are several different things that Spartan fans can expect inside CEF Stadium.
That's right. Well, first of all, we have a beautiful new field, as you can see behind us, which I'm pretty excited about. And certainly appreciate everyone's efforts in getting the new field ready to go. We are going to be offering responsible beer and wine sales to Spartans this fall, so I think people are excited about that. On the game on the 26th, you know, we'll have our freshman class run our team into the field, which will be great. We're going to have the Wings of Blue, the parachuters bringing in the game ball. So it's going to be a great first game for us. It's the zero weekend is what they call it in college football. So we're going to be one of the few games on national TV. So we're pretty excited.
Now, hopefully, the beer and wine sales will also change a little bit and bring some more fans out. Is that what you can expect?
Well, I think it's just a little bit falls under a little bit of customer service. I think people who come to a sporting event, they like to be able to purchase a beer or two and watch the game. As you know, our game's 4:30 game time will be warm in CFQ Stadium. So, but I also want to make sure that we do it the right way and that we're responsible and that we practice good habits when it comes to beer and wine sales. So it's certainly, I think, like I said, something that will benefit our customers and our fan base, and then also we want to make sure that we're doing it the right way.
Well, last time we spoke, we talked about the athletics goals for you entering your tenure here. What are some of your expectations and goals for football specifically moving into your first season?
Well, you know, I've said this publicly several times that we sort of go the way football goes, and I really don't think we're going to move the needle, as they say, in moving our athletics program forward until we actually fill CFQ Stadium.
Yeah.
So our responsibility is to put a product out there that people are proud of, that people want to come and watch, and that's what I think Coach Brennan and the staff have been working tirelessly to produce a team that people are excited about. You know, we haven't done them any favors with the 2017 fall schedule, one of the toughest schedules, you know, in the nation. But he's not afraid of it. You know, he's going to embrace it. And, you know, he kind of tells this joke. Our first, 4 games, 3 of them are against top 25 teams. And then he says the Green Bay Packers weren't available the 4th week. So he's doing it with a sense of humor. But we're just looking for good competitive football. We want to see some passion and energy. We want to see the student athletes excited to represent San Jose State. And there's no doubt in my mind that that's what we're going to find.
And passion and energy seems like something from the main campus as well. Obviously, you talked about building a bridge with main campus. What have you seen from them to help get fans into CFQ Stadium?
Well, our entire campus, to be honest with you, has been very, very supportive of our efforts. You know, we have our faculty staff program where we encourage faculty staff and their families to attend. As I mentioned this before, too, the President's Cabinet, members of the President's Cabinet are involved in what we're doing down here in athletics. They want to help. We're offering free parking on campus on Saturday just to make it a little bit easier for our fan base. But everyone from student affairs to, you know, the clubs that are on campus and faculty and staff, we're just hoping that everyone gets excited for the 2017 football season.
Now, I know we're talking football here, but there was a significant hire you and your staff made just a few weeks ago, and Coach Jean Prelot, who is the new head basketball coach at San Jose State. Talk about the experience in hiring him and what you've seen from him so far.
Well, it was a national search, and Blake Sasaki, Senior Associate Athletic Director, and I spent about 6 weeks really doing our homework, looking for the very best candidates to sort of continue some of the good work that Coach Wojcik has done. And we couldn't be more excited for Coach Prelot. He's a young coach. He's a recruiter, and he's just a really smart coach. And he's gonna do some really great things here. You know, he's never been a head coach, and Coach Brennan's never been a head coach, so I got 2 brand new head coaches on staff in pretty visible positions, but I'm pretty excited about it. Whenever you make a change, you know, there can be some angst that kind of comes along with it, especially for the young people we serve, but I know they're in really good hands, and I've enjoyed just the past month working with Coach Prelot, and he's going to do some great things here.
And he's so bought in already. It seemed like day one he came to campus and said, "Here we go. It's my team. We're going to move forward." Yeah,
he is. He's pretty excited. You know, I think he's been waiting for his chance to be a head coach and to be in charge of his own program. And these jobs are hard to get. You know, head Division I. Any head Division I coaching position's hard to get. So he's ready, and he's had in his mind a vision for the kind of program he wants to run. His core values run along the same lines as mine and the president's, which certainly is caring about the student athletes that we work with. So I'm excited to watch him grow. My job is to keep him kind of calm a little bit. You know, coaches, they're running sprints, and I'm telling them it's a marathon. So but I'm looking forward to our continued work together.
And it seemed like he had a positive outlook. You mentioned that it's hard sometimes hiring a head coach in the first week of August,
right?
But he had a positive outlook on it.
Oh, yeah. Again, I think if you're ready and you're looking for your opportunity, So far, nothing's really, rattled him too much. He's got his family that he's trying to move here. He's got this team that, he's working with. He's got to find a place to live. He's got to get a school for Elijah, his 6-year-old son.
That's all right.
But he's pretty calm, which is one of the things I like about him.
All right, that's Marie Tuite, the athletic director here at San Jose State. Week 1, San Jose State plays USF, the Bulls of South Florida, here at CEFCU Stadium on August 26th. Thanks so much, Marie.
Thank you.
Take another break here on Spartan Sports Report. More to come after this.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors Cup.
The 2017 Nissan Altima and the new 2017 Nissan Rogue. Cars that could help stop when you don't. Take on the unexpected. Nissan Rogue and Altima with available intelligent safety shield technologies. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the San Jose State Spartans.
Welcome back here on Spartan Sports Report. We're now joined by San Jose State head coach Brent Brennan. And Coach, before we talk about week number 1, exciting as it may be, we got to talk about going into week number 1. And obviously fall camp has broken. Talk about the end of fall camp. What you feel like about the team coming into this week?
It's been a good couple weeks. The guys have really been working hard. It's been we've had great weather, which we always have because we're in California. But the guys have done a great job. It's been a good time for us to get to know this team better, and for them to get to know each other better. We added 42 new players, and so it's a really big group. So that's an adjustment, and just trying to get everybody to know, just have a relationship that's kind of deeper than like, hey, yeah, this guy's number 15. So we've been doing a lot of that. The practice has been going good. We've had good people out watching, supporting. Our scrimmages have been pretty well attended, so it's been fun. I think for the kids to feel kind of the enthusiasm, the energy around the program, and to see that people are showing up and want to know what's going on, and they want to be a part of Spartan football again. So it's pretty exciting.
One thing I thought was just great is to watch the players. This is crunch time for them, and we're only in game week number 1. But they were still out to move in the dorms. They were doing different things. They were the taco day at soccer the other day. So even though there's everything going around football related, they've got to focus on that. There's also school that's starting too. But you're allowing them to do other things and get involved.
Well, I think that's what college is all about. Obviously we take the football seriously, but college is about meeting other people and supporting the other sports programs. And we've had a lot of activities with some of the fall sports from the women's teams, with the shots on goal with the soccer team and volleyball. You should see our guys trying to dig some of those spikes on the volleyball court. It was hilarious. And then we had softball come out and pitch to them. And so we've been trying to get them more engaged in the campus life here and get them to understand that there's a whole lot going on here besides just football, and there's a whole lot more to life than just the game. And so getting them out and giving them a chance to see people and be engaged with other athletes on campus. The event yesterday, Tacos with the Team, was a great event. They got to see the men's team and the women's team play soccer, and we had about, the last number I heard was like 580 students come out and get something to eat and hang out with the team. And they took a really cool picture on the
on the turf,
on the Spartan head. So it was really a good day, and we'll always push that stuff with our team. We'll always make it important for them to be, heavily involved in the community, on campus, and, kind of finding a way to get engaged and give back to the people that are out there supporting them.
Well, Coach, heading into week number 1, obviously the big question is who's going to be the quarterback. Now, it's good to have competition, and I think even though now we still don't have a firm, hey, he's starting, it's a good thing to still have competition between a couple of guys, maybe 3 guys.
Yeah, that's right. Those guys have been slugging it out, and the good thing I mentioned earlier in my press conference is just, every day they're in a highly pressurized situation, which is what we want. That's what the games are. And so creating those, every rep matters, every throw matters, every detail of what they're doing matters. And so for them to feel that play in and play out every day is really important. And those guys have been great. They've been battling. They're still a close group, even though it's rough and it's cutthroat. But they're taking care of each other, and they're all working together. So I've been really encouraged with how they've handled it. I've been encouraged how our team's handled it. And when we run somebody out there on Saturday, we'll all be cheering for the same guy.
That's right. That's right. So there's our shameless plug. Come out to CEFCU Stadium on Saturday, and you'll find out who the starting quarterback is. Maybe one of three. We just don't know yet.
That's right.
But it's a good thing to have the competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What are some other storylines for you coming out of camp that maybe fans don't know about? A name you mentioned so many new faces on this team. Is there an impact player that maybe fans don't know yet?
Oh, that's a good question. I think the Coach Carrick recruited good players here, and there's some really good kids that have done a nice job in camp. So a lot of the faces that I think you'll see run out there on Saturday will be mostly guys that they know or guys that they've heard of. I think there's been a couple freshmen that have done a nice job at receiver, so I think they'll be getting in the mix a little bit. Some of the freshman running backs have been doing a nice job. And then I'm also encouraged with some of the freshman defensive lines. So, camp's all about figuring out what the depth chart is and how all those pieces fit, but a lot of those kids are just finding a way to get in a game. It might be in the special teams, it might be on offense or defense, but it's been really competitive, and the guys are all eager for their first chance to run out there and do something.
Sure. Will the first few weeks kind of serve as an evaluation period for a lot of different positions too?
Yep, absolutely. I think obviously the main evaluation process will be for that quarterback position to find out who can establish himself as the leader of the team and move the team down the field and hopefully manage the game and throw accurately and make plays.
Yeah.
And then everywhere else, I think we have some guys that are definitely good players in the offensive line and defensive back end, linebackers. So some of those spots are guys that have been playing a lot of football, which you like having some experience there. But it'll be interesting to see if any of those young players can kind of get in the mix and do something.
All right, we'll take a quick break here with Coach Brennan and have more from him. When we come back, we'll preview South Florida after this.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors Cup.
Welcome back here on Spartan Sports Report. We continue to talk with head coach Brent Brennan. And coach, now we talk opponent. And for the first time this year, we will get to talk an opponent, and it is South Florida. Just came out 19th ranked in the country. I know you guys probably don't look at that type of stuff. It's just an opponent in week number one. This is a very talented football team coming into CEFCU Stadium this weekend.
No, absolutely. They got good players everywhere. Their quarterback, I think most people know about him. He's just an incredibly electric, dynamic player, can throw it, can run it. It's just like a human highlight reel. Watching him on tape is giving me an ulcer. But he's really dynamic. They got a really good tailback. Their tailback last year was a good player, left early, got drafted. But this guy brings a lot of the same stuff to the table. He's also a dynamic kick returner. So they've got some really good pieces to the puzzle defensively. They fly around to the football. I know the schemes will be different, the coaching staff is different and all that stuff, but in terms of the talent level, it's an extremely talented team. They can run. They got length. They got good players at a lot of key positions. So it's an incredible challenge for us.
Don't mean to aggravate the ulcer, but talk a little bit more about Quentin Flowers, their quarterback. And he was the leading rusher last year. He's kind of the do-everything guy for them. Talk about him.
He absolutely is. And it's funny because every couple of days, our defense coordinator, Coach Odom, will call me in his office. He's like, "Get in here, look at this," and I'm watching it. I'm like, oh my gosh! But no, he's an awesome player, and I know some people that are involved with that program down there, and they just talk about what a great kid he is and just a leader for their team. And you know, obviously they're lucky to have him because he really does do everything for them. He does all the stuff that is, in terms of the playmaking world, is just unique, right? He looks like he's about to get sacked, and all of a sudden it's a 60-yard touchdown run, or it looks like he doesn't have anyone to throw to, and he buys a little time, and then he's able to rip a really nice throw down the field. So he's an incredibly talented kid, and he's really fun to watch.
And I think on a normal year where they don't make a coaching change, you could expect some of the same things from last year. But with Charlie Strong going down there, even though it is a lot of hype around this team and a lot of same returners, there could be wrinkles put in there with the new coaching staff.
Absolutely. You know, I think that's one thing that is always interesting, and it's probably interesting for them too, right?
Yeah.
They don't know anything about us or me and our staff here, and so they're kind of playing the same game. We're trying to figure out, okay, what is this going to be? Offense, defense, special teams. How are they going to line up? What's going to be their philosophy in all those phases of the game? So, trying to figure that out. Obviously, we'll know pretty quickly, but trying to figure it out, beforehand is unique.
Poses a pretty good defensive challenge for this team in week number 1, doesn't it? When you have a team that rushes for so many yards last year, what type of challenge do you feel it is for the defense of San Jose State?
Well, I think just anytime you have to contain, 2 really explosive players like that in the run game, both the quarterback and the tailback, and then they've got some good offensive linemen, got a couple vets up there, and so I think that part of it, just in your front 7, and them being ready to play against a team that plays tempo, against a team that does want to run the ball. That's one thing where those guys really have a big challenge ahead of them, just trying to keep that. Trying to corral him the best you can.
Yeah. Well, Coach Strong is certainly a defensive head coach, obviously. This is the 4th year that they'll have a new defensive coordinator at South Florida, but they return a lot of starters on defense. Talk about their defense and maybe what you can expect from them.
Well, they've got two guys in their defensive line that are outstanding. Particularly one of their defensive tackles is explosive. He's big. He can run. He's a guy that really – it changes games, him being out there, and so obviously our offensive line has their hands full. They're going to have to know where he's at, pay attention to him, just because he's so disruptive. Other than that, they got a couple good linebackers that have played a lot of football that like to run and hit. I think you'll see they got really good length at that linebacker position, in combination of speed and length, which everybody's looking for. Doesn't matter what school you're coaching at. And then in the secondary, they've got good guys that can cover. They've got one corner. He plays nickel. He plays corner. He's a really good player. And then their safety has played a lot of football for them, and he's run and hit. He's got a lot of range. So it's looking at it. It is, I'm sure Charlie was excited about the group he inherited because he inherited some real difference makers.
Right. Well, Coach, for you personally, a lot of emotions probably in game number 1. Obviously, it's your first as a head coach, but this stadium probably means a lot to you, coming out onto the field as a head coach with all the history that you and your family have here. So what will that moment be like when you come down the ramp?
I think it's just going to be amazing. I think I'm going to be smiling from ear to ear thinking about all the times. I spoke to somebody recently. The back hill over there, that used to just be grass when I was a kid, and we used to sit on the hill and roll down and mess around during the games and get our parents mad at us. But it's pretty neat for me to be back here in this capacity, and it's an incredible sense of responsibility I feel for just the history and the legacy of San Jose State, and kind of all the great players and great people that have been a part of the program, from administrators to coaches to players. So that part of it is exciting and at times overwhelming. But when you get to game day, you'll be so locked in on game day. I'm sure I'll smile. I'll think about, here we go. I'll be pretty excited, and then it'll be football. Then we'll kick it off, and it'll be football, and we'll be locked into that.
It should be a lot of fun. This Saturday against USF, the Spartans will kick things off. That's the head coach, Brent Brennan. Thanks so much, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll take another break here on Spartan Sports Report. More to come after this.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors' Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors' Cup.
The 2017 Nissan Altima and the new 2017 Nissan Rogue. Cars that could help stop when you don't. Take on the unexpected. Nissan Rogue and Altima with available intelligent safety shield technologies. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the San Jose State Spartans.
Welcome back here on Spartan Sports Report. That does it for this week's episode. Once again, San Jose State will kick off the 2017 season inside CEFCU Stadium this Saturday, the 26th of August at 4:30. Tickets are available at 408-924-7589 or sjsuspartans.com. $15 seats if you get here early. And also the Wings of Blue will be bringing in the American flag to start off the game. That does it for us, though, this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.